Here we have the 4-hour price chart for Palantir Technologies Incorporated, stock ticker PLTR. Wow, we are seeing some significant price movements here. I'm leaving most of the prior trend lines up so that we can see how the prior projections are playing out here, because this is working out exactly as planned once again. Here we can see that we have now broken through the resistance zone that was outlined before, and I've even left the prior arrows here so we can see where we were expecting prices to travel. Specifically, we were seeing some prior resistance roughly near 26.55. And we were seeing a bit of stalling here. Prices were having a little bit of trouble kind of approaching this area. But what I was really pointing to here was the fact that we had established support, at higher and higher levels. We're kind of taking a stair step higher here. We're really establishing a foothold at better and better levels. So that really does give the market and any stock more fuel to kind of propel higher when you're looking for a break to the top side, and when there are significant resistance levels that are slightly overhead. As we can see, this is playing out here, and this is largely due to the fact that we did manage to find support at the 50-period exponential moving average quite forcefully. There was some selling pressure around the 20-period exponential moving average, but this also encountered some price gaps. We can kind of zoom in here. We've got some volatile price action here. So it's not entirely surprising that we weren't able to find support at the 20-period EMA. It's a bit of a shorter term EMA, and if you start to see volatility, prices really can kind of jump right over that area. But when you start to be dealing with longer term exponential moving averages, that becomes much more difficult. And as we can see here, we were expecting to develop support at roughly 2330. That was kind of the main level that I was pointing to in the prior video. And we have firmly established support in this region. So as you can see here, we're really taking a stair step higher, and this is a significant price move because, the prior support zone was marked by this triple bottom that was found at roughly 2060. These would be the lows from April 19th, followed by May 10th, and then roughly May 24th. So we saw 3 different price tests of this area, and then we did see a significant move higher. I think some of the market was starting to get a bit nervous as we were retracing here. But what needs to be understood is that this was a bit of a volatile trading period, and you are seeing price gaps. I mean, anytime you see price gaps, it means that orders are being skipped over. And that does create a lot of kind of unpredictable volatility, because there are orders parked there. It's not as if there are no orders that are parked here. This is a major stock. It's not Amazon or Microsoft or anything like that, as far as market cap is concerned. But it's large enough that there are orders that are going to be parked here. I mean, it's not as if this is also the $25 level, and the market loves these psychological round numbers. I mean, I can guarantee just as much as anything can be guaranteed, that there are definitely market orders that are surrounding the $25 level. But somehow we skipped right over those orders. So that's not really natural price action, and it does suggest that there were many orders there that were just not tripped. So for those reasons, I was saying we are seeing a bit of a decline here. But there's not huge reasons to be concerned. We have found support at the 50-period exponential moving average, and we do appear to be establishing a foothold at higher and higher levels. In addition to that, you've got the fact that share prices are trading strongly above the exponential moving average cluster. That would be these 4 colorful lines here. And then in addition to that, you've got a very strong indicator reading on the 4-hour time frame, which is a significant time frame. I mean, that would be considered an intermediate time frame. This isn't a short-term, day trade type of indicator. And the momentum reading here is very strong. So all of that said, we do need to kind of look at potential negatives here, potential problems. So if we were going to do that, one aspect here that I would point to would be, let me draw an arrow here. would be the indicator reading at this point here. So as we can see, we have moved above the 70 level for PLTR. And this does suggest that prices have become overbought. Like we have reached into overbought territory. I'll explain why I'm not extremely concerned about this at the moment. One would be the fact that we just broke a major resistance level. So that is likely to, in many cases, that does lead to follow through and price extension that does go a bit outside of the normal standard deviation. So that alone can send the indicator reading into overbought territory. Not completely surprising. Number two is the fact that we're just barely into oversold territory. I mean, we're only at the 72 level. Technically, this indicator can extend all the way to 100. It almost never gets there. I mean, you don't really see 100 post, but you're not into extremely overbought territory until you reach the 90 level, and we're still quite a ways from there. I mean, you could extend quite a bit farther before you get to that point. And then finally, I would just point to this, the trend momentum itself. The trend momentum is quite strong here. And I would really need to see a break of this trend momentum in order to sort of revise the outlook or to change the outlook to more of a bearish stance. Because as you can see here, the purple line is above the yellow line. What does that mean? It means that the purple line is the relative strength index. That's the indicator reading for the 4-hour time frame. And then the yellow line is the moving average of the relative strength index. So it's not the relative strength index; it's the moving average. And in cases where the relative strength index where the relative strength index itself moves above its moving average, that alone is a bullish signal. So we have all these factors working in combination with each other, and this does suggest overall that share prices are likely not finished within this current wave higher. In the previous video, the major price level that I was really pointing to isn't found until 2750. That would be this price high from this would be March 7th. So we have the March 7th price high coming in at 2750. So this is the next upside target here. We are definitely looking for a retest here of 2750. I mean, that appears to be imminent. It's not clear whether we will actually get there by the end of the trading session. But I fully expect the stock to break forcefully through this level next week. And we could be looking for a test of the $30 mark relatively soon. So here is the current market analysis for Palantir Technologies Incorporated, stock ticker PLTR.